In this video, we try out EVA Airways Premium Economy on their 777-300ER. We'll find out on this flight if Premium Economy on EVA Air is worth it. I also spent $50 to try out a special Michelin meal on this flight, so we'll also see if that was also worth the extra cost, or if it's just money that I stupidly spent.
Alright, so we are here today at Taoyuan Airport here in Taipei, Taiwan, where we will be spending the next 15 plus-ish hours on EVA Airways Premium Economy on their 777-300ER to Toronto Pearson Airport. But first things first, we gotta go get checked in.
Our check-in counter is a little bit busy today, but the line does move quickly. As a Premium Economy passenger, you're entitled to 2 pieces of check-in luggage, with each luggage weighing 23 kilograms or 50 pounds each. I only have 1 luggage today, and it weighs 15.1 kilograms. This is the same luggage allowance that economy passengers get, so there really is no added perk for Premium Economy passengers when it comes to luggage.
Alright, now that I've finished dropping off my bag, I'm gonna go through security, and then we are gonna go check out the lounge. Alright, so I'm currently inside EVA Air's Star Lounge. EVA Air technically does not provide Premium Economy passengers with access to the lounge, but because I have Star Alliance Gold status, I have access to this lounge. I'm not going to go over too much since it's technically not part of the Premium Economy experience, but it's a nice enough lounge. It's a pretty comfortable place to relax. I'm lucky because it's not too busy today. As for the food, it's actually just kind of so you're not missing out on too much if you don't have access to this lounge, but otherwise it's a pretty nice place to be.
It's now time for us to get to the gate for boarding. Our boarding area today has a waiting area located on the upper level. We are departing from gate C9 today, and after quickly getting my passport checked, we need to get headed downstairs to the actual boarding area. I wanted to take some pictures of the plane, but unfortunately, in addition to being at dark, they also had these weird tinted windows by the gate, so I wasn't able to. I was able to get some shots of the plane once we landed in Toronto Pearson, so I'll stick those at the end of the video once we land.
Video confirmation is now ready. The new boarding time will be changed to 7:15 p.m.
We did have a short 15-minute delay in our flight this evening, which of course isn't a big deal at all. But soon enough, the crew gets to boarding, and I have to say that the EVA uniforms look very chic, and the crew also has exceptional hairstyles and accessories. So kudos for being stylish, EVA crew. I definitely need some tips from them on how to look good when flying. It's now time for us to officially board, and as we get scanned in, I'm excited to take the flight, which is always the best part.
Yeah, it's 22H. Thank you.
Today we are sitting in seat 22H. The Premium Economy cabin is in a 242 configuration. Of course, you'll want to avoid the middle section unless you're traveling as a group of 4 with people that you actually want to sit with. You'll also want to avoid rows 21 and 24 if you like the window seat like I do, because those rows are actually missing a window. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to get a window seat for this flight, so I guess it doesn't matter too much anyways. The seats here in Premium Economy have a 38-inch pitch and a 19.5-inch width. And just to demonstrate, here's what the seats look like when they're fully reclined. And here's what they look like when they're back in the upright position. There's a large shared armrest in between the seats with a small drink table at the end. As well as beneath the armrest, you'll find the 3-prong headphone jacks, USB-A ports, as well as universal power ports for each person. The headrest is leather and is adjustable so that you can lean on it. The remote control is tucked inside the armrest and can be used for the IFE as well as to adjust the lighting above. As for the tray table, it's tucked away inside the armrest. It folds out as a half size but can be expanded to double the size for meal times. Down below, here's what the legroom space looks like. There's also a footrest which can be flipped down. Now let's talk about our IFE today. It's about 11 inches and is an LED touchscreen. The screen does adjust in case the person in front decides to recline on you. So what do you think about people who recline? Are they inconsiderate or are they within their rights? Let me know in the comments down below. Next to the IFE, we of course have a coat hook. Now up in our front seat pocket, there's a pair of open-toe slippers, which I immediately put on, of course. There's also a safety card, as well as a sick bag. And up on top, we have lights, but sadly no individual air vents. And this is our blanket provided for today's flight. The underside seems to be a plush velvet-like material, but Google Translate tells us that it's actually pure polyester. It's now time for takeoff, and they turn off all the lights and play the safety video, which looks absolutely chaotic for some reason. Now normally I'd insert some takeoff footage here, but since I wasn't able to snag a window seat, here's my neighbor filming takeoff. Looks like she got some pretty decent shots. When takeoff finishes, they turn all the lights back on and start handing out what looks like a moist towel packages. I was pleasantly surprised to find out though that they were actually real towels that were lightly scented and reminded me of a spa. Shortly after takeoff completes, the crew comes down with cards for beverage and snack service. Here's what the drink menus look like. We're also given this pack of mixed nuts and rice crackers, and these were super crunchy and delicious. Highly recommend. Now that we've had our snack, let's go check out the Amenity kit that they give here on EVA Air Premium Economy. The Amenity kit is a green faux leather pouch by luxury brand Furla. Inside we have a pair of gray socks as well as a green eye mask that's also by Furla. There's also a dental kit, a pair of earplugs, as well as a green comb. Lastly, we have a lip balm and a hand cream from French brand Payot. Payot is a brand that prides itself on affordable luxury, so it seems especially fitting for a premium economy amenity kit. It's now time for dinner. Now the standard menu offers a choice between steamed fish or roasted chicken. But as I had pre-ordered my meal through the EVA app before the flight, I noticed that there was an option to upgrade to a dinner from Michelin-rated restaurant Yu Yue Lou in Taiwan for an additional cost of $47.60. Now, you'll only have the option to upgrade to this Michelin meal if you're flying out of Taipei to any of the places listed down below. Now, I have to say that I absolutely hated how much I enjoyed this meal. I was expecting it to be terrible and overpriced, but it was actually really, really good. The fruit was fresh and sweet, and the braised beef cheek and black pepper sauce was so flavorful and very tender, and the vegetables and rice were also cooked perfectly. The abalone, mullet roe egg roll, and pumpkin braised pork jelly were also surprisingly lovely, especially since I don't normally like abalone. It didn't hurt either that dessert was one of my favorite Asian desserts, a sweet taro and sago soup. It also came with this bottle of Evian. I also didn't discover until the end of the meal that there was a beautifully printed menu card hidden under the main dish. I thought it was a nice touch though, and decided to keep it as a souvenir. Overall though, I'd say that this is really only worth it if you really want to splurge and treat yourself. Because at the end of the day, it is still airplane food after all, even if I did really love everything. The crew was also kind enough to give me a strawberry Haagen-Dazs, which normally comes as the dessert with the standard meal offerings. Let's check out our headphones and IFE now. The headphones are standard noise-canceling headphones, and they're decent enough. The movie selections have a good mix of new releases as well as foreign films, and the TV shows do have full seasons of episodes, which is always nice to see. Partway through the movie watching, the crew stops by with a snack, which is a stone oven baked pizza. It's topped with red pepper, black olives, cheese, and red onion. It's a pretty good little snack. It does taste like a frozen pizza I definitely would have eaten during my dorm room days though. I give it a solid 6.5 out of 10. Okay, now let's go check out the washrooms, which are supposed to be just for premium economy passengers only. When you first walk in, there's some toilet seat covers as well as a toilet of course. Above the toilet seat, there's a baby change table that folds down, and immediately next to the door, there's also a full-length mirror. The sink is automatic thankfully, so no need to touch anything, and as for amenities, there are toothbrushes and additional eye masks. The bathroom is also stocked with more Payot products like soap, gel, and hand lotions. There were also these flowers on the wall that looked so real that I had to verify for myself. They're fake. Okay, it's time for us to go back to our seats now for our final meal, breakfast. Back at our seat, we're given another towel before we're given a choice of penne pasta or savory porridge. I decide to go with the savory porridge, which is basically a congee that's made with chicken, yam, and wolfberry. It was a comforting dish that was seasoned well and made a nice light breakfast. The congee was also served with slices of thin egg pancake with turnip in it, as well as some fruit, bread and butter, as well as a shredded carrot, mango, onion, and edamame salad. And shortly after dinner finishes, it's about time to make our descent into Toronto with a view of the back of my neighbor's head once again. I like to think she's also an F geek, and that's why she's filming. But let's talk about how much all this cost and whether or not EVA Premium Economy is worth it. Now, if you were to fly in economy on this flight one way, it would have cost $1,023 US, compared with Premium Economy, which cost $1,557 US. That's a difference of about $534, which is about an extra $38.14 per hour for this flight. And just for reference, business class would have cost $3,427 US. At the end of the day, what you're really paying for when you fly Premium Economy on EVA Air is the roomier seat and the slightly elevated meal offerings. As for the ground experience, it's exactly the same as economy, so there's no lounge access, no priority boarding, and no priority luggage handling. I would say it's worth it if you're taking a long flight like this one, even if the ground experience was lacking in terms of premium perks. For shorter flights, it's probably overkill. Anyways, here we are in Toronto, and here is our 777 as promised. Thanks for joining me on board today, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like to see more flight reviews like this one.